Hi Dave, congratulations.
Thank you.
A year ago, Zimbabwe weren't even allowed to play the ICC T20 World Cup because they were suspended. Now, 12 months on, they topped the group in the first round, in a group that also included the West Indies. Just sum up how you're feeling at the moment.
Oh, obviously, we're over the moon. When I took over in June or so for the qualifiers in Bulawayo, the biggest and main objective was to get here. We got here having won 5 of those games, and they were as pressurised as any game because each game was like a cup final. So we had some sort of experience of playing a game with as much on it as this one was today. But still, it's a fantastic feeling getting here and getting through. I did say to the guys before we left home that it was nice that we qualified to be here, but that's not our main objective. Our main objective is to get through and then cause as much damage in the Super 12s as we can.
And to that end, you also said in an interview, in a lot of interviews really, that there's no consequences for playing aggressive shots as long as the intent behind them was right. At times, maybe it looked like Zimbabwe played a few too many aggressive shots against the West Indies. So I just wondered how you struck that balancing act today.
We didn't really talk a lot about the West Indies. I mean, I summed up that game against the West Indies, and I'm sure there were millions of people watching who could sum it up the same way. That was some of the best fast bowling we've played against for many years. Joseph and the big tall man, his name escapes at the moment. Yeah, Holder. They bowled unbelievably well. They hit the stump 7 times, 6 of those with toe-breaking Yorkers. So I wasn't worried by the way we played against the West Indies. I thought we did well in the field, and they won the game with their bowlers. So going into today's game, I wanted us to play the same way, and I'm excited by the fact that our players will continue to do it. Win or lose, and in a cutthroat game like today, where we could be going home at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, or we can be staying in the hotel overnight and prepare for the next round. So it was a tough game, and our guys are happy to keep playing that way. And I want us to keep playing that way. It's the only way we'll improve.
You also said recently that you didn't want to be drawn in on Zimbabwe's long-term plans because you are right now focused on this World Cup. But what sort of impact do you think this has on Zimbabwe in the next 12 months, 24 months?
Well, I can tell you the last 4 months already has had a huge impact. The fan base at home, I get back now and I'm 2 or 3 hours on my phone just answering messages of congratulations, which we got after the Irish game and we got again after the West Indian games, even though we lost. So the impact it's had at home is huge anyway. We've got a very good base coming up nicely, and we've got a very good professional first-class system that's going well at the moment as well. So there is scope for us to become a much better and stronger side over the years. If I take us back a little bit to the end of my playing career, maybe the next few years afterwards, around about the turn of the century, we had a decent side, but we had absolutely nothing behind it. And of course, when that side folded away in 2003 and 4, it was a massive rebuild of everything to do with Zimbabwe cricket to try and get us back to where we are now. Where we are now, once we start climbing the ladder a little bit and playing against the big sides more regularly, I think you'll find us sustaining our cricket abilities for a lot longer.
Is it too early to start talking about your ambitions in the Super 12?
No. I'm happy to talk about our ambitions. I don't want to be unrealistic with the ambitions. Obviously, everybody would sit there and say we want to win it. But, we want to cause some damage. I think for us, if we can take home a couple of big scalps as well, that'll be great. If we could get into the semi-finals, even better. But I'm just looking at one game at a time now.
Hi, Dave. If you look at the 2 sides that have gone through from this group, obviously yourselves and Ireland, this time 12 months ago, both were in pretty poor positions. Ireland had just got a defeat to Namibia. It was mentioned, whereas Zimbabwe were. Ireland have changed their team a lot. You guys haven't. If you look at some of the names that are there that are performing, Irfan, Raza, a lot of these guys, more experienced players. The one thing that's changed is you've come in. So I'm wondering what have you brought to the programme that's maybe a little bit different when you came in? What was your approach in terms of trying to unlock the best of these players?
Well, the first thing is regarding our team. We don't really need to change it at the moment. We've got a really nice blend of experience and youth. So, Raza and today Craig Irvin, the captain, really stood up to be counted through this tournament at the right time. Reggie's done it recently as well. They're our senior players. And, of course, Chitara, who was our best bowler today. These are our senior players. All the rest are ranging from 19 to 24. So we've got years of them to come.